That is a good question. So it's very, very easy to become hijacked and distracted by what's going on around us. The three main forces that make it impossible to be present. The first one is greed. It's the wanting mind. It's the sense of never having enough to be satisfied. The second one is it's aversion. It's hatred. It's judgment. It's blame. It's ill will. And the third is delusion and confusion. Either the sense of there's something out there that's going to make me happy, or there's something out there that's going to be threatening my life, or this sense of like deeply believing something is true when it's not true. And our lives spin in those circles. You know, we see it in our culture. You know, just the polarity that's going on right now. The advertising we get, like everything you want can be bought, and buy it here and buy it now, and you'll be happy. You know, as I like to say, there's nothing outside you that's going to make you happy, with the exception of a few Apple products that I highly recommend. Either we live in reaction, or we start to determine that we want to wake up, that we want to find, is there some quality of happiness that is independent of externals? Is it possible to find a sense of freedom in a world filled with so much aversion and hatred? And is it possible to find out what's really, really true? And that call to be fully awake is a noble call. And when you determine that you really want to be more awake in your life, then there are three classical things that most traditions recommend. And one is having some kind of a daily practice where you can actually disengage. And that's where meditation can be so powerful. Just for the next 5 or 10 or 20 minutes, I'm just going to, as best I can, explore what it means to rest in presence. The second thing is to take time to really practice in depth, you know, to really study and really look and engage into the techniques and engage into the teachings that might help you to see more clearly. And then the third thing, and I really think this is in many ways the hardest and in many ways the most important, it's around finding like-minded people. You know, when you are associated with people who really want what you want, that makes a world of difference. And so for me, when I stumbled into a spiritual community at age 25, suddenly I'm surrounded by other people who really want to be awake. That was very powerful, you know, and I stayed there for a few decades because that kind of company really, really made a difference. So staying sane in an insane world requires a lot of attention, really requires disengaging from the madness out there, you know, from all the voices that say, if you get these things, they're going to make you happy. If you do what I tell you to do, you're going to be happy. Or we really look at all of our patterns around hatred and aversion and fear. And when we really, really begin to examine what do I know to be true? Like, what is it that was true 3,000 years ago that's true today? And can I really explore that and bring that closer into my life? So again, that was a long response, but that's my response.
Thank you.